still do this every single night? Why do I refresh it like it owes me right? Why do I believe it when it lies to my face? Exhausted, exhausted, same damn place. Sell too soon, miss the moon. Hold too long, write the wrong song again, again. Exhausted, exhausted. Sell or hold, same old trap, same old cold. Exhausted, exhausted. One more night, one more fight. Exhausted, say goodnight. I stare at the line like it's gonna confess. Green for a heartbeat, then red like a mess. Why do I keep coming back to the same screen? Exhausted, exhausted, living the dream. Is it worth it or just stupid? Is it over or just muted again? Again. Exhausted, exhausted. Sell or hold, same old trap, same old cold. Exhausted, exhausted. One more night, one more fight. Exhausted, say goodnight. Exhausted, exhausted. Again, again. One more night, or good night. Months of red, staring back like a bad ex who won't leave. Portfolio shrunk so much, it's basically on its knees. Alts a ghost now, delisted or dead in the water. Bitcoin's the only one still breathing, barely proper. Wake up, check the price, same as yesterday's low. Heart does a sigh, not even panic anymore. Just slow, group chats a graveyard. Everyone's gone quiet or bailed. I'm still here refreshing like it'll somehow be unveiled. Best grip, yeah, squeezing tight, cold and relentless through the endless night. Holding feels like hugging a cactus now, but selling would hurt more, don't ask me how. Bitcoin's a stubborn old dog that won't quit. Alt's a roadkill, and I'm still in it, yeah. Nights are long, scrolling old bull run screenshots. You still in that crypto bollocks? I shrug, say yeah, but inside it's a hollow knock. What if this is the new normal, forever down? Or what if the halving's just another class? Dream of freedom, now it's survival mode. Diamond hands sound brave till you're actually cold. Stomachs in knots from the constant red glow. But I'm too bloody proud to let the bastards know. Every dip feels personal, like a slap in the face. Yet I keep holding in this empty face. Bear's grip, yeah, squeezing tight. Cold and relentless through the endless night. Holding feels like hugging a cactus now, but selling would hurt more. Don't ask me how. Bitcoin's a stubborn old dog that won't quit. Alt's a roadkill, and I'm still in it. Yeah.
The ranking of the cowbell. Need a whole lot of Jesus tonight.
Let's see what I find in it.
Right then! Bitcoin's off the cliff again. Grab your popcorn, here we go.
Prepare yourself for the turkey.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, frogs and squirrels, welcome to Late Night Crypto with the Road Dog. I am your host, the Road Dog. It looks like a turkey. Yeah, we haven't figured that out either here, but that's what we're rolling with. Watching Bitcoin do the jump and jive over here on the 618 Fibonacci. That's that yellow line that we're seeing there. We're going to draw that out a little bit better there. That's the line that I was looking at over here. On here. Zoom out a little bit. What we want to go to? 4 hours, something like that? Yeah. Remember, we were coming down and we didn't quite touch it. We went just didn't, and I was like, I don't know if I trust you or not. Oh, I don't know if I trust you. Made a lower high, came back down, made a higher high. Respecting the 50. I'm like, well, okay. I guess we're trying to squeeze up a little bit, stair step on these these Fibonacci's here. Until we finally kind of, we took a new trend line here from bodies to bodies. That ended up being broken. There were other trend lines to be watching over here. This one was pretty noticeable right here and getting rejected off of this 2 hour, 200 moving average. This was last night, or yesterday, Saturday around noon, flags to the upside. All those calls are being made over here. That's above the 200. That's my model. Yeah, it didn't stay there. And we ended up breaking that trend line and then slowed down. This was a little disappointing today. I was hoping actually we would get a little higher high here, but she said no. But is it a bad thing? Is it a bad thing? Well, no, because now we're holding this area. Maybe. That's the thing, right? It is Sunday night. We talk about this starting on Wednesday. Hey, man, what we probably should watch out for is that weekend trap they always try to set us up for. And sometimes they switch it up a little bit. Sometimes they don't. Look like they could be doing what they did the last time. And if they pump us on a Friday, well, this was a Thursday, Friday pump. There's a good chance that they could dump us on a Sunday or a Monday. And that's exactly what happened here. Here on Thursday last week, we went up. And sometimes I've noticed that I swear I'm trying to peep this out. Maybe I should get with AI and go over it and have them analyze it a little bit more and do a little bit more deep dive into it. But I swear, I think there is a market maker algorithm and it has on a rotation schedule. And I think, they may follow from time to time the same play a couple of weeks in a row, and then they switch it up. just move the date a little bit, you know, up one day, back one day. It flip-flops a little bit, or they'll take the direction, dump on a Friday, pump on a Sunday and the Monday, you know, and we've seen that happen before. They play the games, but whatever is happening on Thursday and Friday in crypto is not to be trusted ever. But you say that, and then that rare occasion, it just keeps on going up until the Tuesday of the next week. And you're like, well, this is not the norm. But they're like, you missed it, man. You didn't call it at all. They can do whatever, but it's just generally, it's not in your favor. If they're pumping on a Thursday and a Friday, it usually leads to manipulation on the weekends when they have a chance. This was our 4-day weekend, and I think that's why they were carrying it on over a little bit. But they basically just dumped us from Sunday all the way down till Thursday night. All last week sucked. If you don't remember, if this part kind of made you, oh man, I forgot about all the bad stuff last week. It sucked all last week when we were pulling down from 70,000 all the way down to 65. And here we are. We finally did come down and touch this little 618 Fibonacci. The 618 Fibonacci area that I've been hoping to touch. Now, to me, I think this is a hopeful sign, maybe. All right, it does set us up. I feel more comfortable looking at these areas over here for a possible higher high area. But it doesn't mean that that's going to happen, right? We got to see it do some stuff. But I think it's got more of a solid chance for that to happen. You're saying, you don't see the triangle that it just lost there, Road Dog? That's got a big old... That goes to the downside. And I'm like, oh, you mean this symmetrical triangle here that could take us down lower? Yeah, it could. No, I'm talking about the bear flag to the downside. I mean, maybe these could be some valid ideas, but the first thing you got to do is definitely kind of confirm it. Look, we could be going all the way down to $28,000. That's what the chart says, right? That's what an extended big-ass measured move could tell you, but I don't think that I would make that my solid play here on the 2-hour. I'm just saying. I mean, do what you want to do. The gurus that out there spouting that's not how they're actually executing and playing it out, is it? No, they're like, oh my, oh. And out, flip-flop, whichever. And just kind of show you whichever one of the flip-flops happens to be working at the time, ignoring the other one. Here we are in the 24-minute. I'm just coming down the time frames, and we're starting to see a green candle here. So we got our support area, the 618. Don't know if it's going to hold overnight or into the week, but it could. If it does, that's great. If it does not, then I am still looking for my original idea, which for some reason keeps getting deleted over here. My original idea that I've been looking at since, well, first it started over here. It started with this idea over here. This little, what the hell happened there? I used the wrong thing, didn't I? We're looking at this harmonic idea over here. And I mean, technically that one's, can we do it again? All right, let's try this one more time. But we were looking at that. And this bullish if we ever get down there. But as price developed, it also kind of did some other things that basically still give us the same idea. It's just more like this idea. So I've got two of these little boogers saying, hey man, this 886 area is probably a noticeable place. So we got some nested patterns is how you would have to look at this. There's a harmonic pattern here between where we broke down here and came up for a higher high. Gives us that target. There's another one that's nested within this triangle pattern that also gives us that. It might happen. We might actually see at some point over the week, especially if this 4-hour Ichimoku cloud has anything to say of it, because it does not look bullish at all. Look at that right there, little spike. Look, is that a thick cloud that looks inviting for us to just break to the upside? Do you see any green over here inviting us to right above it? No, we don't have that. Matter of fact, it looks a little scary. It does look a little scary. So if you're feeling kind of bearish, that's probably well worth it. Is this the time to go short? Probably not the best time to go short, to be honest with you. Not at support, the major support area right here that we may hold. It could hold it. This is when your brain wants to tell you to go short. I'm going to short the bottom. Look, somebody said it's a triangle to the downside. Look, right here, bear flag, right here. And I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying it may be too early to tell. And I'm also saying whatever time frame that we're above this green 9 moving average, we're probably doing okay. It's too bullish to short at that point, in my personal opinion. Lose it, and then we can talk about it. And from the 15 on down, so far, so good. What we have done on these small time frames after we lost that moving average is do this. And now you can see we lost that trend line, and now we're at resistance. So right here is going to be one of the key areas, in my opinion, on to help us make the next short-term move. Because I expect us to get rejected here, or we're going to get bullish above it, and then things are going to start looking kind of nice. Most likely, it usually sets up for a bearish retrace here, right? Just saying, that's what I would actually what I would expect is to get rejected here. But if it doesn't, I will not be mad at it, and I will be happy for any long ideas that I have. And at this point in the game, well, I like to come over to a smaller time frame, and in this case, from the 1 minute, what do I have to choose for? I'm just going to go to the 10 second just to kind of see what it says over here. And we are getting a little resistance there. We are, you can't deny that. But it looks like it's got a little chance of something. Even if it pulls back here, it might take one more stab at it on this very small 10-second chart. So we'll kind of monitor this idea through the night as we're going through it. But yeah, I guess it should be no big secret that, well, if Bitcoin fell like this, especially tonight, just recently, that altcoins probably took a hit too, right? And to check and make sure my microphone's on, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be over into the chat just shortly. But no, that's not what we're seeing here. And there are points on Friday, Saturday. It looks like there might be. We look for entries on some altcoins. Some other people found entries and trade setups and longs and stuff on altcoins. But they've just not done very well at all. They've just not done very well at all on the weekend. I think Pippin did pretty good, but this is total 3. This is basically our altcoins and not looking happy. And it's got a bearish retest idea right here. I'm not seeing anything good coming for altcoins just yet. You can take this idea now that we confirmed that with a bearish retest. They maybe got some kind of actual pennant or flag shape to the downside. Maybe we'll just take this measure move here. The flagpole as best we got it. We could go up higher, but let's just stick with this right now. Put that the breakout, and it suggested maybe we might be coming down if we go by that idea. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance, because that's something that's important to follow. Now, oddly enough, it's falling too. It got some rejection here, made a lower low. Now, usually this is good for altcoins. When we're seeing Bitcoin dominance fall and altcoins fall, it usually is a good sign over here. But if Bitcoin's going down too, it kind of takes the some fun away from the altcoins. But in 2 out of 3 situations when Bitcoin dominance is falling, altcoins are doing pretty good. We just happen to get on that 133% thing. Wouldn't you know it? Here in a bear market where alts are falling, but it shouldn't be as drastic as some other situations, such as when this thing is going up and Bitcoin is falling. That's when altcoins just kind of dump on their ass. So at least we got that, I guess. So it's a good thing that Bitcoin dominance is coming down, but it's not really helping us out. Meanwhile, our stablecoin dominance is gradually edging up there, and some of the money coming out of altcoins and possibly Bitcoin starting to go back into stablecoin, and they're probably trying to, I want to play some of these tokenized stocks and silver and gold on these exchanges with my stablecoin, because this crypto stuff sucks. And we're watching SPX 69,000 Standard & Poor. This is how I track the regular markets. Still up here. It is at a possible area to get rejected. It just hasn't done it yet. She is at some strong fib reversal areas. I think it's actually a 1618 if I'm not mistaken. I don't have that spelled out on my chart. But we have not been able to get up there. But man, we haven't just immediately fell down. So it's anybody's guess as to what would happen here. You can't blame it by what the chart's telling us with these levels. You can't be mad at it for taking a nice pullback. And in fact, that's probably the healthiest scenario that we can see. if it does suddenly, with whatever news and tariffs and whatever happens in the global economy, make a spike up, well, that might be fun for a bit, but I wouldn't trust it for having any level that it would actually hold like it has over here so far. So pump up, then probably just dump right back down at some point. Be my guess. But it's in a scary situation, and a lot of people are kind of skittish about tech stocks right now, and AI and all that, and crypto also falling kind of into that category. Maybe they're a little scared on that. That's just not been fun for anything cryptoid related over here. So Bitcoin on the 1 minute, getting that rejection right there. That's a bearish retest, folks. So now how do we look at this? Well, one thing that I like to do is I just like to check my fib levels here and see what we got going on. And I do see another little situation that might bring us back down. Doesn't have to be the situation that we're looking at, but it could be. 886 again. The magical 886 Fibonacci coming into the equation yet one more time. Maybe. This is on the tiny 1 minute time frame, so take that with a grain of salt. Now, another idea that we could be looking at, I don't know how much weight I can give it because we do have a nice little channel right here. We do. And it looks like it broke it. And if you take that idea, we'll just take our measured move from there. And it was just kind of suggesting that, hey, man, we might find our little self down here around 64 something. Let me get these things color coded right over here. And we'll track this one with a measured move. That's usually a blue line for me. So we got that idea. That's at 64,486 or whatever. So for it to do any of those ideas, it's got to break this yellow line, which, you know, it's good that it hasn't. It retested it. That is a nice retest right here. That's a nice retest of this area. I may not have this line drawn perfectly, but it's a nice retest of that area. We could be stepping up. So I don't want to take that away. And so now we see what we were working with and what failed. We do have this idea here, and this is where I start paying more attention to angles when it comes to where I have my touches. And I got a candle body touch there, and a wick down here. So I got 3 touch points on this trend line saying maybe we're just, just leveling. Maybe it's not bad yet. Just because we lost that one trend line, made a lower low, maybe. I mean, there's still a little ray of hope there. Let's see how it reacts to this trend line. If it breaks this one, then I would be kind of suspect on you right there. Until that happens, let's just see if we can make an expanding, broadening pattern and see if we can come up to the top or near the top of this trend line. That would be awesome. 65,300. I would not be pissed off about that at all. And just to fibber out over here to see the areas, that 65.3 area, we can. That's a nice little area. It's an 886 as well. I don't know if we'll quite make it up there. 65.1, another little local area. We might be looking for a pivot. So if we're going to make a little local higher high on this 1 minute time frame, I'd be looking at one of those two and maybe pull back and see what we can do. Overall, this is a bearish pattern. Usually breaks down to the downside. This is a bearish pattern too. Usually breaks down to the downside, and that's what we're seeing. It doesn't mean that we're not trying to do something else, formulate something else. Is this the 1 minute time frame? Trying to get a little something out of here. But meanwhile, our altcoins have, wow, look at that. They're up a little bit. Now they're down 3%, almost 5% right here. Taking though hit. The winners today are Pippin and Kite. And Kite just been kind of sideways for most of the day, look like. Let's come over to CoinGecko. I'd like to come over here and take a look at the gainers and the losers, get a feel. Let's narrow it down, get out of all the crazy, very, very tiny ones that aren't really the best thing to focus on right now, in my opinion. Pippin, wow, man. Wow, I'm not in on that one. I wish I was. You're at 63 cents again, Pippin. That one's one to look for traders. I guess that is our new trading pick until they find something else different to go with over here. So I'll make a little list of things to take a look at, and I forgot to do this, but if you don't mind, I just put my request marker in the chat right here. If you don't mind. Any coin requests that you got, you can make sure that they're under there, and that way I'll have a better chance of actually finding them to see them to chart them for you. Take a look at them. But right now, we'll take a look at Pippin and Kite, but until that happens... Oh, River, are you doing something, River, you little bastard? The account killer right there is River, in my experience with it. So 20 people hanging out. Shout out to you guys. We got PMO first in the house. You know what that means, don't you? You get the clap. We got Scar in the house. And Nasty Gene. I like that name. That name is cool. Scar Jesco, Nasty Gene in the house. And who else? Who else are we shouting out over here? Lunar Entity. Hey, Jim, how you doing, man? CME closed their weekly candle below the 200 while we had a fake out rally above it. Trap was laid Friday. Yeah, they like them Friday traps, don't they? Society X is in the house. And there's Strega. Society X is this was in relation to Mexico, I think. So every time that they get a drug lord, we're going to go down. Oh, that would suck. Damien says crypto dumping because we still in a bear market. Also, inflation's still a problem from PCE report on Friday. Has nothing to do with Mexican cartel. Watching LQD says Jim. Like a hawk, corporate bonds roll over, and we're going to see deleveraging cascade in equities. LCD, you say? Can I chart it? LQD. They've got all the cool chart out there. It's interesting mainly that just Bitcoin fell on this. US was involved with the... I don't doubt that. I didn't see much information on it. They were saying it was the Mexican army, and I'm like, well, that's something you rarely ever hear about, a Mexican army ever going against the cartel. That sounds suspect. That hasn't happened in like... Has it ever happened? I don't know. I can't ever remember it. It's just kind of like, pass on through, buddy. Hey, don't hurt my family. I'd like to request HYG and LQD, both ETFs. Upside on those charts imply bull market continuation. Ooh, this looks like some juicy alpha. I'm all in. Let's go check these out. Let's see if we can educate ourselves on these other charts over here. I'm going to go to a daily, zoom out on these guys, and LQD. And so these are the ETFs, right? So this is iShares iBox investment grade corporate bond ETF. If I've got the right one. There's a Spider S&P Regional Banking ETF by the same name. Let me take this one first. So if I understood what Jim was saying, if this is going up, then that could be bullish for us. This is the weekly for it. This looks nice. This has got some problems, but I like what it's doing on the local. The high quality, wait a minute. LQD is the high quality corporate, both bonds. Okay, let me make sure I got LQD right. And you said they're both bonds, right? Well, I didn't get that under bonds. All right, high quality corporate, and then you got the corporate junk. But I think this is it. I think I got the right one. Correct me if I'm wrong. I want to keep going with the one that I've got right here. LQD says iShares iBox investment grade corporate bonds ETF. Jim says, yeah, the correct chart. Okay, so this is it. All right, and so we did a double bottom scenario here around the 618. Now I like that. And what I'd be looking for next on this is the one area we already touched before. So hopefully we tapped it and we're going to try to go higher. These two guys right here. Like you're just riding that Fibonacci up. It can look like that, but basically what I'm doing, if we hit a 0.5, retracement on here and get rejected for that, I am possibly looking for some further downside here. That could be happening. But I'm also looking for some higher low possibilities, and depending on where they come in, depending on where that comes in, you could be looking for something a little bit more bullish that gives us targets over here. So trying to piece all this together as we go, everything seems to be pointing to at least trying to get over here in this area, but this is where some confusion comes in with our bigger moving averages here on the weekly. Still got they got the 300 above the 600 above the 800 basically, and that's good, but they're squeezing together, so we have to see. Maybe they can spread apart, we get above it. That would be nice. The best thing I like over here is this nice kind of double U pattern over here, this nice double bottom, and right now we're just kind of testing that area, the neckline area, I guess, if you will, and we haven't really got a clean break from that. So I basically see this as all being a big ass channel, and that if we can get a breakout of it, we got our basic measure move right there. Also gives us a nice confluence for this guy right here. Was it 123.98? So I can see, and here on the local weekly, for the moving averages, now we're above the 250. Those are golden cross that happened over here. This was November 2025. But I see 200, 100, 50. It's above the 9 and above the 21 on the weekly. Looks like a pretty nice candle right now. That's for last week's candle right there. It looks like it's trying to go up. Now, if I understand what you're saying, upside on those charts imply bull market continuation. So that sounds like it's a hopeful sign that our bull market may continue here. And what else have we got over here with our trend lines? Don't want to ever forget my trend lines. From what I can see here, bodies to bodies, we didn't come down and touch it. It's a little deviation, implying maybe possibly a little parabolic activity trying to form on some bigger it'd be more like this, wouldn't it? It would be a lot more like that. If I can get you out here, I can't get it up there, where we're kind of curving around with these wicks and that wick in this area. Might be looking for something like that. So I attach these. I just come down to my last touch here and draw a new trend line and just start monitoring that. Let that be my new trend line. But to me, it looks like it's got some possible upside there. Some people might be seeing a breakout, see some volume behind it. So that looks hopeful to me. The other one was HYG, and so if this one's going up, from what I understand, it should also indicate that maybe our bull market will continue. This is the high yield corporate bond ETF. This one is at resistance right now here on the weekly. Again, it's above the 200, the 100, the 50. It is still above the 9 moving average and the 21. It already got rejected here once, retested, still trying it. This one doesn't look as bullish to me as the other one. Rising channel, got a W. You already did your test. That's cool. It looks like it's up. It's a little bit more advanced in its price action than the other ones, though. The other ones are still down in this area here. This one's up. What's going on with you over here? From back to Oh my gosh, 2008 over here. Nice 786 bounce. Nice retest of that 618. Looking on the weekly, I still think it's got. I don't know if it'll get past here, 88, and it hasn't been up there since 2021, but it does look like it can come up and test Miss Lucy over here on the weekly, possibly the 800, and even get above it a little bit, but I don't particularly see a higher high coming for it. It looks like we'll probably bump our heads over here if we're fortunate enough to touch the trend line. I think we got a good shot of it. So if this one indicates that, hey, maybe we are... What was that? Is that giving us a... No, not really. I was looking at angles right there. That one's... But it appears to me, if that's true, then it looks like that, yeah, we might be. And it looks like this one's going to struggle a little bit. Let's come from looking at the daily on it and see what that looks like. So for our momentum, 800, 600, 360, 200 moving average, 100 moving average, above them all. 50 cross bullishly on the day. This daily looks pretty decent to me, especially cloud, Ichimoku cloud over here. Of course, I think we'll get a better feel for it Monday and Tuesday when it's actually, I guess, I don't think it's actually trading right now. It's been sideways and it's not been that great, but I don't see anything that's making me think that it's just getting ready to dump right now. If anything else, the moving averages and other things are making me think that it's probably got some more upside potential. So hopefully our bull market, if that be true, will continue, and that would be great. I really don't want to see everything go flip bearish, especially in 2026. I forgot what the name. We look at it sometimes, but there is this really old chart that goes back, and I posted it over in the trading group before, but the name of it slips me. But I mean, it goes back, I think, over 100 years. But it shows these cycles about the best times to get in and out of certain things, right? And we're on that little middle thing that's popping up. The peak of it is 2026. So it's been saying for a long time that 2026 should be a good year for your stocks, commodities, and that kind of thing, right? To make sure you sell this year. Then we might still have another peak coming. So it'd be really cool. And it seems to have been very effective in the past. So I don't know if that's in the back of my mind. I would like to see that play out. LQD is the most important. LQD is the most important, in my opinion. HYG can break down so long as, and that's the one that looked the most promising, I thought. The ETF tracks how bonds are doing. Cool to know. I need to add these to my list. Wish LQD. So we can reference these things a little bit easier next time. This one I like better. Alt W puts it. Okay, so now I got them over here. Where I can find them a little easier. Find my little bear girl over there. Look, it's a flag to the upside, Jim. We're going to the moon. All right, well, let's take a look at a few little coins over here. Let's take a look at Pippin, see what Pippin's up to. Looking here on crypto real quick. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand, man. Your little unicorn coin is over here just, it's excelling against Bitcoin. It's a little meme coin. It is the favorite of the signals groups, I guess, or pump and dumps or whatever's going on. That's interesting. You're at that resistance. Are you going to get resisted here? Are you going to be able to make it up past that little line? That's not the bestest of trend lines, but it is a angled trend line there for a channel idea, maybe. Let's come down to the 4 hour. I'll be gosh darn. Look at you. Pippin? Let's pull our fibs out and play with those real quick. What do we got going on here? A 0.5. Okay. So we came down half of the impulse move, and that's common. If it does get a lower high, I am looking for 22 cents. If we do not get a lower high, then hold on, this sounds really kind of ballsy. And you're like, hell, there's no way, man. I know, but if we don't get a lower high and we start getting into higher high territory, of course, 85 cents is going to be one of the first places I look. That's just a given. But we're also looking for, oh snap, for this little unmarked area right here on my fibs. And that could, believe it or not, $1.10. I'm not calling for it, but it could. If this is an AB equals CD formation that we're getting where we can get a one-to-one move. And if we're on a nice trend, that's a nice move, and they do happen. So Pippin, got to watch you on the smaller time frames to see what it's doing, in my personal opinion. And she's trying. She is trying. I don't know what it is behind this. Ooh, look, this idea. Some people might be looking at this as an Adam and Eve at a support level, and that's making a nice little flag pattern above it. And a lot of times, you know, that's all it takes for it to work out. So if I see it coming above this higher high over here, if it makes a higher high, you might want to think, but it's a risky play. You're buying high to sell higher. Is it worth it? I mean, hell, are we going to make it all the way up here to that area or higher? And that one's the wrong color. That one should be here. 30% up to there, but also if we dump down 20%. So is it the risk to rewards not really the greatest? But there might be a play for you little degen risk lovers out there. Let's take a look at Kite. That's another one that's pumping up today pretty good. And we're looking at this, and man, it looks like she's doing this little curvy thing. Everybody's giving up on it over here when I was drawing this idea out. And it looks like that I'm not in it at all, so I'm unfortunately missing out on this. If it moves back to retest this area about 24, maybe. Let's come down to the 4 hour. Again, I mean, maybe this is one of our winners here. It does look like she could. You're looking kind of wild, girl. It is not the best place to take a trade in on this right now. It's just not, but she may be having some momentum. You want to watch this one carefully and see if you can just get one of the better, and make sure that I wouldn't go crazy with leverage or anything like that. Is that are you showing me some respect on that? Keep my eye on that. But, I mean, there's not a solid entry here unless you just I'm just going to buy high and sell higher. Hell, that worked last time. It may work again. It worked over here. But it's just risky. And you also got this idea over here. Remember, we got this nice W. Now, remember, these guys like to come back and retest that at some point. So I'm just going to put this idea out here at 23 cents that we might see this again after she does her little stuff over here. Now, as far as resistance areas, which I think that we should look at for this or anything else, 27 cents. If we're going to keep going up, let's look at 27 cents and 27.89. You made a lower high, didn't you? Don't know if you're going. Well, you might. Let me, I don't think you qualified though. No, you didn't really qualify. You didn't really qualify, darling. So short term, I'd be looking about 27 cents. It was just 1 penny away. And then we could seriously get a rejection and come back a little bit. So I would keep that in mind for any of the Pippin trades that you may or may not be into at the moment. Banner cycle. That sounds like it, Jim. It's where the 1818 6-year bull. Yeah. I believe that was it. The Benner or Brenner. Is it Benner? I thought it was cycle. Oh no, you got it. The Benner cycle. That's it. Jim knows. I guess you can see it. But yeah, right here. 2026 it's on the midline on B. All right, so what this says, periods when to make money. This is cool. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. A, years in which I guess it's panics have occurred and will occur again. 1927, 45, 65, 81, 99, 2019, and 2035 are when the major panics are listed, right? B are the years of good times, high prices, and the time to sell stocks and values of all kinds. That was 2026, 2035, or 1926, 1935, 1945, 1953, 62, 72, 80, 89, 99, 2007. What happened after 2007? That damn crash. 2016 and 2026. 2026. And then C, the ones on the bottom here, I won't go over them all, but the years of hard times, low prices, and a good time to buy stocks, buy corner lots, goods, and hold until the boom reaches the years of good times, right till we get to the peak years, and then unload. It says, sure thing, save this card and watch it closely. Samuel Brenner. 1875 is when they came out with this, if I'm reading that date right. 1875. And 2023 was the crap year. That was the year it was saying, man, you should have stocked up on that stuff, and then you could be selling it in 2026. But it also says in 2032 is also one of those years to buy all the stuff up so that you can sell it 3 years later, and 2 years in 2034 and also 2035 in those next 2 years before it dumps back down in 2039. So just an interesting chart to put in the back of your mind, just to kind of, as possible signpost for what may or may not happen in these markets. I think this stuff is kind of interesting, especially if it seems to hold up over time. Scar says, I got Kite marked off at 28. There you go, my man. Jim says, only question marks on that chart are 1989 and 2007. Other than that, it's somewhat solid. Had you held anything from 1987's crash to 1999 or 2000, the average was like 10x the stock market of all things. This is interesting. I find all that stuff fascinating. Do a measurement of the flagpole up. Oh no. Are you talking about Kite? I don't really see a flag. It must have been another one. What was the other one we looked at? Pippin? Was that the other one that didn't have a flag? Or were we talking about that other chart? Because I remember saying something about a flag to the upside. It must have been that other one. Let's take a look at, because sometimes I'll get lost in and get away from the time constraints of the chat there and get off. River, what are you doing, man? That's a 3 minute. Don't need to be on that. Look at you, River. I tried to play it on the 886 over here, the little play, or maybe it was over here, retesting and everything. I don't think there's anything to this project at all. I just think it was one of those Binance pump and dumps that they're kind of known for doing, like COAI. You remember that one? How is that one? Somebody was mentioning this the other day for getting in on a trade on it. How's it been doing? Just a lot of down and sideways and lower lows than what we had over there before. Is this my fit? There's nothing there. This is COAI. It's still around 30 cents. Remember, this thing was up around $20 or something crazy, right? Oh, it would so people be pissed off buying it. Mom, I got in at $19. That's 30 cents now. Crypto sucks. What the hell? What the hell? Scar says it was Kite. And we got Joe in the house saying, smash that like button. Thank you, Joe. For those of you who don't know, Joe was streaming earlier tonight. I was watching him. I didn't get to participate in the chat because I had to get my thumbnails ready. I didn't do that earlier. And my new method of doing thumbnails, which I think is kind of cool for the intro with all that, it's neat, but Grok is being much more difficult to work with now. And so it doesn't come out as good. And a lot of things don't come out at all. And I made a few little changes. It's not made the workflow any easier. It's just more tedious. And so I don't know how all that stuff will continue, but we'll try. But I had to get all my stuff ready while Joe was streaming there at 9 o'clock. And go check Joe out and get his mindset on what's going on in the chart, and maybe go check out his Telegram group, hang out, get some alpha. But Joe's out here every night. We're the dynamic duo. 9 o'clock and 10:30, something like that. Yeah, Joe and the turkey. Joe and the turkey. I'm working on an idea. I don't know if I will do it yet or not, but of another show, different from what I do here, but mostly talking about the craft of trading. And I don't know. I thought it might be a good idea. I think maybe we can do some collaborations and have guests and talk about different strategies, different ways to look, and different techniques, and just kind of get into the more of the trade management aspect of trading, because that's really one of the most important things, right? You can have an entry and exit, but how you manage that trade, you can still screw that up and come out a loser, even if you know where the entry and exit is, or how to, techniques to actually help grow an account instead of gambling or taking the gambling approach. I want to take a portion of my wins, and I want to, or can you be systematic? Because the everything that points, and even in my experience, I've had better luck when I was on a systematic approach on the market. When I get away from that, then I start losing control over my account balances as much. I see that, that's down a little bit more than what I wanted to see right now. Why? Or, man, the gains just aren't. Where's the gains? And so just some of those things. But I've been debating that idea. And in the meantime, we're sitting here watching all these little altcoins. Synthetics, are you up? A whopping 4%. Synthetics. That one was hopeful last cycle. Crap. Did you already forget what the ticker was? I think I already forgot what the ticker was. SNX. Oh, yeah, you were down to 28 cents, and now you're at 40. That's a pretty good little come up for you. I mean, it sucks that you had to get down that low to make that come up. Was this our little warning? Hey, we got eyeballs over here. Was that our little warning guy over here? Did we see the little warning guy? Is that what we saw? That's usually what we see when I put eyeballs up. Oh, no, it was this dude. Oh, I haven't seen you in a long time, Mr. Stegosaurus. Mr. Conehead Stegosaurus. Okay, well, I don't know what the hell's going on here at all now. I think I'll zoom out on the weekly on this one. Ah, yeah, SNX. Now, this was a synthetic asset thing at one time. Now, I don't have a clue what they're doing now. But the SEC started having a fit. But they were some of the first tokenized stock thing. There was actually, you could trade stocks before tokenized before until the SEC stepped in and said, hey. Yeah, you can't do that. So we see it now, but they were one of the companies, if I believe this or Serum. One of the two. And I get them confused sometimes. So don't take my word on all this crap. Just trying to do a little something. Let's go figure out what's so hot about you, SNX, right now. So your tokenomics and all that good stuff. Synthetics. And let's read about it. Synthetics is a decentralized perpetual futures protocol built on Ethereum mainnet. Uses hybrid design, off-chain order. Really? With CLOB with on-chain settlement. So, am I totally off on you then? You're just a decentralized exchange? Perps on mainnet. On-chain custody, off-chain performance. Launch the exchange. Well, I'll take a look at you. Huh. See, now, I personally like these things. I'm surprised as well. Look at what they got. They got all your top ones over here. They don't have a huge selection. It's Ethereum, Bitcoin, Doge, XMR, Solana, Pump, XRP, Fartcoin, Zcash, from what I can see over here. Against the dollar, against stablecoin. It's all though, right? So, and then this one's been around for a cycle or two, right? Okay. Decentralized exchange. Well, I do like these in that they're their own little nice little entity, decentralized exchange, doing things on chain, off chain, and we still get the same experience of being on a centralized order book and things like that. Hyperliquids also, you know, it's a thing, and I really like that. I think if it wasn't for that, we would see a lot more push for centralization and a lot more pressure on the exchanges that we have that are centralized to make them come into the fold. But I think this gives us a little edge in the decentralized scene to kind of still have a little stronghold on how crypto's going to, you know, to keep it decentralized and open source as much as possible. Not let them little bastards come in and make rules that are unfair, because they can't apply it to things like this as easy, right? So I like that it gives them a headache to try to figure things out. I like that. I like it that bucks the system from the big boys and don't let them get their way every damn time. Well, all right. So SNX, what are you doing on the 4 hour? That was the weekly. What are you trying to do over here? You still got lots of work to do, but you're trying. You're above the 200 moving average. You did it a while over here, but then eventually lost it again. So will that happen again? And we're in a bear market. It can. So I think it's just one that's got a nice little pump going on. She's at some areas of resistance right now anyway, right? So I don't know if it's the best time to say, I want to go in on this one. 618. I mean, if she pulls back somewhere 32 to 36 cents, I think that would be a better entry than trying to go in now and just experience all that drawdown, right?
Giant green dildo. The time to stretch high and never say no. Big keys and the keys make my wallet fat. Crib and I'm daily a mansion.
Road Dog is sponsored by some good ass coffee. You never know it because I haven't ran the ad yet. So we're being transparent with our ads.
The morning's gray. The clocks are full. The world outside moves slow, so slow.
We're also being very transparent with our boobies. I can see right through them.
Good ass coffee.
Coffee's here, you know.
And not in the way I expected.
Part of waking up.
Good ass
coffee in your cup. Sip it smooth, feel the rush. Oh, darling, nothing else can hush the blues that brew till the sun pops up.
Good ass coffee! It's the boldest, best coffee you'll ever have. Get your good ass coffee today!
Sometimes you just have to spank it. Well, okay. Well, we came back to that song, did we? Alexa, skip. Still got to edit that song. Superb, says PMO. Well, excuse you. Do you need that? Here, I have a napkin for you. No, I'm just like superb. Okay, let's put it on here. SUP. I've not heard of that one. Superb. That sounds superfluous. And espresso. Is that related to good ass coffee? Say some good ass espresso. FCL says yo. I say yo. How we doing? FCL 77. Oh, here we go. Society X says PAX Gold USD. I was considering. Probably not a bad play. Specs and bonds. Oh, okay. You're talking to Joe there. Let's see. Let me go back with the next with what Jim says here. The next financial crisis will once again be the result of leverage. Just like MBS in 2007, the insurance industry is heavily leveraged since 2021, when they had no business doing that. That doesn't make me feel very comfortable, Jim. Of course, I'm in a crypto mindset. I mean, and it just makes me think of the deleverage of FTX and 3 Hours Capital and Terra Luna and all that unwinding that definitely unwound our market. It's like, oh, we're in a bear market, man. We might bottom at 30,000, man. Maybe 27, maybe. Oh, hell, we're at 15. Damn. Everybody hated crypto. And add hedge funds, which are leveraged anywhere from 4x to 51x on $4 trillion of tech. Oh, my God. Seriously? They do up to 51x? I thought they would have some restrictions over there. That tells you how naive I am on what they got going over there. I would figure 2, 3, 4x would be some apical things. Maybe up to 10x, but 50? Wow. What kind of broker does that? PMO says Gway. Oh, Gway? Gray. It looked a little dark, but it was really all grey. All right, let's take a look at some of these. Superb. Is that a thing? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Super. Wait a minute. Was it Super P? Is this the right one? I got the right one. Super P. I said superb. Maybe I should. Super P. Yeah, you said Super P. Okay, so it's the right one. Oh no, on the 4 hours, she's taking a nosedive to the downside. That doesn't look promising with that 50 crossing that 100 right there. I'm just saying. It's already come down for a double bottom. It's technically higher right now if it can hold it, but ooh, that looks shaky. Let's zoom out and see what else we got. Oh, 113 over here. What's that from? What are we looking at over here? Oh, well, we looked at it before. Rising channel, which is bearish. Man, no, usually you don't get as deep of a retrace out of that. That came all the way back down. Kind of surprised a little bit. Well, let's zoom out on Super P, and I guess we ought to go to a bigger time frame about the weekly, which recently got the death cross over here. That's not usually what you want to hear about. Dang, man. Dang, man. Go back to 786, and then it went up to the 414. That's crazy. I would be looking for 6.5 cents to come back and just totally double bottom back over here and hope that it holds. Quite honestly. Let's see if we got anything on the local. That must have been what we just... That's where it's at right now. It's at a 113. If it wants to do something a little higher, maybe, but I don't know that. Let's go down to this is the weekly. Let's go to the daily and see how we're respecting these areas. It's not. Well, unless it does a little miracle, bounce and gets back above that wine line, I would be expecting probably about this another little bit drop. We're on a 10 cents right now. Could drop down to around 7 cent area for whatever this is. Let's go to the 4 hour. It's below here on the daily. It's below the 9. And not only that, but where we got rejected, it rolled over. So she's got to go in therapy for a little while. It looks like. and 4 hour with these bearish crosses that are trying to happen. I don't see anything good about it just yet, anything solid about it just yet. Lost this idea, right? If you're trying to look at a channel or however, kind of indicates we might be coming, still on our way down, in my personal opinion. Check out Espresso.
Can I though?
Huh.
While it's hemorrhage.
Good coin.
Let's see if I survive.
Okay, well this one looks happier. On the 4 hour, this one's not been out very long. What is Espresso? Espresso. Oh, they don't have it over here. Okay. So we go back to February of 2026, so it's relatively a new coin over here, I guess, right? It made a lower high, so we got to be a little careful there, but so far it's also been making some higher lows, so maybe that's hopeful. Let me check a few of these levels over here. I don't really see anything just quite yet. No, not at all. All right, 618. I think I did something wrong there. It was this one right here. And another 786. Well, for me, if she's got what it takes, and looks like it's got a little something going on, the higher lows here. I think it's got a chance to come up here for this higher high area, about 9.7. And then also another idea playing from this move over here. Looks like a 10, and also this one's colored wrong. 10.6 and maybe 11 area. Possible. 4 hour. It's above the 9. This one does not look, I mean, this one looks like it's got, like it's trying to do something at least, and not dropping down to new lower lows and stuff like that. So that one doesn't look too bad. Let's take a look at PAXG. Represents gold over here. $5,173 right now, and we just cleared this area over here. So your level traders are looking at this as we can add to our position or open a position here, and depending on whatever strategy, where their stop losses are tied or they're, you know, trying to build a bigger idea. There's a lot of different ways you can look at it. It's my least favorite technique to use, is to wait till you get past a level to get in. I hate it. Don't like, because it usually doesn't work out. It can, but it usually doesn't. This one might work out because we also got a nice little trend line so far. So I like that, and it's gold. And if you zoom out on gold, it looked like it was in a much bigger parabolic move. It's not ready to stop yet, my personal opinion. So I think we still got some more targets out of gold, and see if we can get above 5,600. We can figure out some more targets from there, but you know, let's see what we got first. I guess we can go ahead and pull some our next higher targets though, or lower high targets here. So a good area to take a little profit and make sure you get paid is going to be somewhere on 53.90, right in that area, 53.89, and 5,500 area. If we're going for a higher high, this would be from one of the very first little places that we might get a hiccup, or it might just decide, a little hiccup and I'll fish through. So, you know, it's a nice one to go with, but I don't have a solid argument for it other than then it's a good one to look for your pivots. Nothing explicitly pointed out that I've come across, in other words. So about 54, 15, what is it? Actually, 59.87 is the actual number I got. So in that area, or 55. That's on the daily. Let's come down to the 4 hours, see what it's looking like, and see if it collaborates that idea. And I'm looking at our moving averages, and we got the yellow 200, the white 100, the blue 50, all nice. They're all tied there together. I'm sure we can come up just a wee bit and then get some rejection, because there are some other areas. We just cleared one, 52.07, and then we start getting closer to the other targets we're looking at. So we could possibly, there could be a little pullback right here locally. And it might pull us back to some areas to retest the bottoms over here, about 5,100. Could happen. One hump, two hump, three hump before we dump. I think we got some more upside, my personal opinion. And I guess it wouldn't hurt to get Elliot's idea. Elliot, what do you... Oh, Elliot says we're definitely dropping down to $4,000. He also says it's on the bigger time frame. It says, nope, we got our 5-wave in. This is part of our ABC correction dump. Gold is going to dump. That's what Elliot's saying over here. He's on everything. He's got a 5-wave on everything except the weekly. From 3-day on down, looks like we're going with this 5. Either just now completing a 5-wave. No, 5, and then working on ABC. He's not excited about the prospects of gold going up very much. Except here on the very small the smaller 2 hour, and he's saying, well, no, it could be a 5-wave here, or maybe we can go up to 5,500. Oh, that's right around my target. I think that could be our 5-wave. So, thank you, Elliot, for not clarifying a damn thing for us. Let's take a look at Gwei. I don't even know what Gwei is, other than gas, or what we call gas for Ethereum. Is that it? They don't do it that way anymore, though, do they? Nice rounding shape. I like that. This is what, 2 hour? That looks kind of cool. Let's zoom out to the 4 hour. But, hey, man, rounded bottoms pay the bills. That's what I learned from my very first mentor in the game, who's no longer alive, from what I hear. But that was one of the big sayings that he would have. You might hear it from other YouTubers that have been in that group too. Kind of caught on. So 0.0339 area. 0.037, and I like this one over here. Pay attention to the 618 area at 0.4 cents. So about 33.4 cents in that area. One of the better targets to go with, in my personal opinion. What would that give us going up there? Just from here, if we were to FOMO in on the 4 hour, I want to buy high and sell higher. We might be able to squeeze out another whopping 10% on spot. But if you've been in it for a while, since like 2.6 cents, you're like, hey man, 26%. But I like the rounding thing, and some people might be looking at a inverted head and shoulders kind of idea here. You can force that idea. I kind of see a little resistance over here, but I do like the rounded shapes. That's kind of cool. ETH gas. Woo, that one up. Transparent sponsored Spambo. Law. Again, Bo. Dump Bo. Fearful Lambo. update our gainers over here. There's Lombard. It's almost like a Lambo, but it's Bardo. Undead Games. Are you still in this thing? I would not feel comfortable with a gaming coin. It does not seem games do well in crypto. Except when the narrative's hot, you know, and then everybody forgets about it. Canton's still hanging around about 16 cents. It's not changed very much at all. Just kind of hanging out sideways. It's got too damn many coins in my personal opinion. 37 billion? Are you freaking kidding me? Canton Network? I didn't know that. And a $6 billion market cap. Oh, jeez. I almost had hope for you, Canton. And you disappointed me with that crap. They say it's all out here circulating. What does this infinity sign mean over here? All right, so I'm going to go over to our regular screen here on CoinGecko, and I'm going to check out some of the price action over here. Bitcoin definitely dumped. Tether going up. Wonder why. Solana at $77. Woo, baby. Bitcoin Cash, you took a dump, but still you're above $500, so it's not that big of a dump. Hyperliquid's $27. It took a hit. Chainlink, $8.19. It took a hit. All right, so I think this is time for my typical speech here that I find myself doing a lot on Sunday nights, or my typical little saying over here. That's you, Solana. Salama. We want to go. Oh, here you go. Oh, we still got a zone of regret. It's back into the zone of regret. She came back. She's still higher than that low that she had here on February 12th. Oh, here was this was the little box that we did that this thingy. Well, shoot, you didn't touch the value area high or anything. You lost the point of control after you got up to it. We had a little measure move idea. I didn't quite make that either. You sure did dump below your value area high, mister. It's typically a pretty decent little indicator. If I can redraw it, that would be really cool. Oh, there you go. Where's your bottom? There it is. Let's take in the other information here. So the value area high is about $79 on Solana. Let's take a look at over here on the dollars, and oh, it looks like one of the coins we looked at earlier, where the 50 was trying to cross over the 100 and bring it down. Dang, Solana. I hope you can get back in that trend line real quick, or otherwise, what are you doing? Well, we pull back to almost past the 50, not quite to the 618. Come back up to we're in bat territory, which is bringing us back to this guy right over here. You might actually see $70 come out of this, and I would think that if that happened, we'd be seeing the same situation. Bitcoin's also we've also got the same exact idea up for Bitcoin that brings us around 61,000. I don't know that that's what's going to happen, but it's definitely it's in the parameters to happen according to the fibs. So was that right at 70? Could be a possibility unless we kind of reclaim this area, or we bounce off the 618. Now that could happen too. If that happens, and then we got some target Target area is about 97 and maybe $100 if we can bounce off the 76.60 area right there for Solana. But will we? It is too early to tell. But what I try to tell people is Sunday night is not the time to make your decisions. This is the time when they're trying to scare us. When they have they can manipulate these markets the easiest here on the weekends. And then come Monday and Tuesday, we start getting a feel for what's going to happen. Often, I mean, it could just flip on us tomorrow. We just might be dumping down to tonight on into 6 or 7 in the morning, and then all of a sudden Monday it flips. It could do that. And it could look all bullish on Monday, like we're just, oh man. But it could be a fake move, right? Or they could continue this on down and scare us tomorrow too, drop it on further. And then here come Tuesday, then we get our flip-flop. And it's usually, Monday is usually, it's come to be known as the fake out day, right? You can't really trust what's going on. You know, they're still trying to finagle things a little bit. But usually by Tuesday, we get a feel for where they're trying to take it. And then we start seeing the layup or by Tuesday and Wednesday, they're already trying to work for their weekend trap, in my personal opinion. So I think, we had a nice pump on Friday. This is our scary dump on Sunday. It may last a little outside of Sunday. But I wouldn't get too scared. And unless you're forcing that situation to cover your capital. But this is when your emotions and your brain, even your logical brain will say, I should just get out while I'm ahead. Let me save what I've got in here. And you sell at the very bottoms. That's what they want us to do, is sell at the very bottoms. And they're good about getting us to do that on Sunday nights. It's one of their favorite things. And if you know that, you might be able to play the contrary. I mean, that's using your TA and covering your risk. You might find some plays out here and play the contrarian play. I'm just not sure if we're actually there just quite yet, because we still got a little bit more to go, possibly, for some of these levels. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have been going for about an hour and 22 minutes. And this is when I come back over and take another look at Bitcoin and probably look at it over here on the 6-minute time frame. What are you doing, Bitcoin? Are you up or down or sideways or all betwixt in the middle? I'm on the 6-minute time frame, and we just got the rollover of the 9 over the 21. We're still at our 618, testing it. Oh look, I'm on the gosh darn 1 minute, and we're respecting that 618 so far. It did make a lower low here from this one, that first retest, so we got to take that in consideration. Also got to take into consideration this trend line is broken. That's not good. And we got some bearish crosses happening here. 50 crossing bearish over the 100. 100 is over the 200. Let's see what happens. If we lose this line, I'm looking for lower and looking for this pattern idea. If we can bounce here, I'm looking for these guys over here or higher, and a possible recovery. But we're on the 1 minute, so you got to take this with a grain of salt with the 200 moving average, because I mean we're trying to get above it. If we get above it on the 1 minute, especially after not being above it, that's since back up here, that's an accomplishment that you want to take advantage of, and it's a bullish one. But we got to see it happen first, right? But maybe that was one idea we're looking at. Let's see if we can find some other trend line ideas over here. Resistance levels, and here's an idea. Let's see, it was like this, and if you look at this original idea here, you see it's an internal trend line, right? Trend lines can tell you so much to spin away. I mean, if you're wanting to try to apply it for your current thing, you're looking, you want to go from candle bodies to your new candle bodies. That'll be your new line. But if you wanted to see what's actually what they're trying to tell you for what actually happened in the past, go from the tops and come to our first one, just extend it out, and you see this nice little. We bounced off here before as support, bounced off it again as support. That's an internal trend line. It means we got some hope. There's some hope here. It's not a whole lot of hope. And this one tells us where our resistance is. So it's going to be hard to get past 65. is what it tells me. It's going to take a lot of work. It may not do it. It may have to come, you know, we may be zigzagging. Again, this is the 1 minute time frame. I mean, we may see some stuff like this happen over the next day or two. I wouldn't be surprised by something like that. And again, these are just estimations. I don't try to predict where we're going to bounce or anything like that, because honestly, I mean, it never plays out that way. I mean, I might even come close, but then you're like, it just never, no. But the levels are what I pay attention to, and I think that's the important thing. Mostly fib levels, and you know, those areas are what I pay attention to. I don't care how. And my thing is, I don't care what it looks like on the way up there. I don't care what the zigzag looks like on there. And for some people, that's important. I don't know. To me, I don't get anything from that. But I get more information from the levels and ideas to hold. That's why I try to go over and everything. I don't care what the road looks like to get there, just as long as we get there. And right now it's telling us, man, this area right at 65.1. Ooh, that one's going to be that we're going to have to stop and read that signpost for a minute, see if we can actually, you know, have the qualifications to get past it or not. There's a lot of resistance along this trend line. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with me. It looks like it's going to be a fun week in crypto again. The slam bam, thank you ma'am, weekend pump and dump, take us out, wine us, dine us, get us drunk, take advantage of us, then slap us around like we're stupid. And that's usually what they're doing to us on Sundays and Mondays. And it looks like we got the same treatment. Hopefully not what we got last weekend, because all last week sucked. We are at an area 618 Fibonacci, around the area where we are right now, 64.5. They can hold. That's what I've been looking for the last, what it seems like a couple of weeks. Like, I really would feel more comfortable if we bounced off that area, and now we have. So I'm kind of liking it so far. Let's see if we can still hold it tomorrow and the next day. If so, it's more promising. If not, 61.5 and hopefully not any lower, right? Thank you for hanging out, everybody. See you on the end screen. Trade carefully. There's just nothing. There's not a good setup out here on a Sunday night. It's just not. It's not your greatest point to make your decisions. You're going to be making degen decisions if you're getting into anything. And maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't. But just know it's risky, right? That's all I got to say. We'll come in tomorrow and see what we can figure out then. Until then, I'll see you on the end screen. Jesus loves you. God loves you. The Holy Spirit loves you. Keep them all in your life. There's only one God.
Ding dong. Ding dong. I light a candle for every pump I missed. Little screenshot coffin laid out like this. FOMO in a black suit, carrying the weight of the coin that's now worth a house and a date. I stand at the grave in my pajamas.
I'm talking about the 200.
Crying over pixels.
So you're using the weekly 200 as a metric. I don't normally use that one, but I'm curious just to see what's going on over here with moving averages. Did you say the 200 weekly? Because this is my moving average here, and we're still above it. I think you might be talking about the EMA.
I bury the hope, I bury the dream, I bury the chance
It's about
to
an
be
EMA.
on the winning team. The eulogy short, just a sigh and a shrug. Another pump gone, another missed drug. FOMO funeral, ding dong, missed it again. Ding dong,
What color is it?
FOMO funeral,
Oh, there it is. I think that's what you're talking about, right?
ding dong. I could close the app, I could go to sleep, I could do anything,
All right, so
but I'm
yeah, we got the 200 exponential moving average right here. Some people use them. I used to use them at one time, and I used them for 5 moving average strategy. I used it 5 EMA strategy, but I accidentally erased them one time, and I replaced it with the 5 EMA strategy. And what I found during my back testing and everything, and that's why you see why I got some other bigger moving averages that I used too, because I back tested them as well, like this 360 right here. The price respects the moving averages better for what I use it for, right? Like I can use it on the weekly to really track the 9, the 21, and the 50. It respects these big moves, and when we lose them, we get, and even the 100. So I see more respect off of the EMAs. That's just me, but that's something I noticed using them. That's why I lean more toward the simple moving average. But yeah, we are below the 200 moving average, but we're also above the weekly 200 moving average, which is still bullish. We have not lost the weekly 200 moving average. We also haven't quite really touched it yet either, though. Let me come to another chart. And we might actually come down and do that, and that's also around our 618 Fibonacci area. And so you hear some other people talking about 55 and something being on the table, and yeah, it is. It possibly is. But I'd pay attention to this idea. Yeah, it held for support really nice up there, and we did lose it. But there's other things for support here too that could still be a bullish place to bounce or get support. I think, let's go back in history and see how well it reacted over here. It did pretty good over through here. It did pretty good over through here for that support. It didn't really catch anything else there. Other than that, that's about it. I can see why some people will be paying attention to it. You can kind of compare it to the 200 moving average like last cycle. Where did we bottom out here in November of 2028? And it was actually the 200 that came down and touched, right? After it lost that. So, yeah, we can have some more downside. But I just find the moving average are a little bit more solid. Candle body right above that one on here. So this last touch was March, the COVID drop for both of them there. And you didn't see much more. Until right over here. And then we came down to our 360 area here. That's one of the reasons why I really like having the 360. And might we come down to the 360 this time around 44,000? I don't know, man. I hope not, because we'd be losing this green trend line here, which I'm going to color white. Went over that before. Losing that's going to make me lose confidence in Bitcoin if we lose these areas over here, personally. I don't know that I would have enough I don't know that I would be confident that it's going to be able to make as strong of a comeback if it breaks this trend line, me personally. Just my thoughts at the moment. But okay. 200 simple moving average is talking to you. Nothing wrong with that. Strega! And we got David Gelf and 63.33. I buy the dip every time. It blast off unexpectedly. Shake it, Berenice. DJ Nambo. Wambo. Look at Kite. Is it going? Yeah, I think it's yeah, that 786. Oh, look over here. That'd be crazy if we come in and we see it at 31 cents tomorrow, though. Not saying it can happen. If the parabolic move continues. I just don't have a good entry for me. That it'd just be me chasing and more than likely going into the drawdown and just blowing an entry and getting stopped out and at a loss or something for me. So I don't have an entry for me, but for anybody that's in it and playing it, hey man, congratulations. I'm out at 28 though. Let's see, and my second target over here is just a little under that, just right around there, yeah. But yeah, those are some good zones. Definitely take some profit there. Wouldn't be a bad idea to, you know, still leave a little in there and see if it can ride. Maybe, you know, bring your stop loss up to catch you if your idea doesn't play out. You may do that already. Some people may not have that, no, may not even be thinking about that. So that's why I mentioned these things. I mean, depending on what level, you know, how long you've been trading and things like that. I mean, you may not know to do some things, some things. That's why I think the new Tradecraft series I'm working on might be important, because it would address things like that. More on different strategies and techniques to use while you're in a trade. You know, get more opportunities and to do different things. My chat shrunk. Must be cold outside. PMO says, I like that we're still above the 200, the weekly simple moving average. Yeah. Yeah. Be a totally different outlook for me if we were below it. That would sucky suck. XRP just broke up on the trend line. Solana looks dangerous right now. It does look kind of scary right now. And it looked like it might come down to 70. It could. But maybe. Let's come over and... Total 3's not doing anything. What's the others doing? This is the 2-hour others chart. I don't see any good signs showing up here just yet. So for altcoins, I think this and Total 3 are some really good things to look for. Or to look at. Let's see what's going on the 1 hour. Woo. Well, it looks like you might get some plays here short term on the 1 hour. Some bullish divergence trying to happen, but man, money flow is just deep. Everything's deep. I don't see the formations here on price action to really give us a nice turnaround. And if we do, where these moving averages are crossing, you know, there's going to be some resistance up through here to contend with. On the 15-minute, she is trying to do a little something, so she's found some support and trying. There is some slight bullish divergence here on this small time frame, so maybe. 1618. Okay, you might have something here short term for a little bounce back up. I don't know that it'll even make it back up to 170 billion, but you might see on the short term, you might see a little bounce out of some altcoins short term here. I don't know that I would expect it to stay up there though. I don't know if I would expect it to get past 168 billion right through here, which is just $2 billion more. So we could be coming up just to roll over and go deeper. Just be cautious. Just be cautious. Trend line, bearish retest. If you're playing this as a channel idea, depending on where you want to put it and how you want to do it, suggest that we might have some lower to come down here. So just be cautious with the altcoins. You might find some good shorting opportunities after we bounce up a little bit. All right, thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. I will see you on the next one. Happy trading. As best as we can, right? It's a crappy ass market at the moment, at least for crypto, right? Good night, everybody.